There are some of you who might have had a checkered past, and you have a new life because of whatever occurred or situation or whatever that prompted you to get one. But you're having trouble letting go of past things. And some of you are having trouble letting go of past things because you're not sure what part of your past you need to let go of in order to maintain this new life. Or you know what to let go of, but you lack the strength to be able to do it. Or maybe you're facing some peer pressure from some family members or friends to hold on to these past things. And there could be a sinister reason as to why they want you to do that. Anyone who sees that you are trying to put your best you forward and you're trying to do everything in a positive way and a new light and live a new life, anyone who tries to step in the way of that by trying to bring up negative things or put you in a negative headspace, they're not for you. And for some of you, this could be your parent. For some of you, this could be your child. And the number one reason why they're doing this is because they do not want to accept the new changes in you for fear of abandonment. They don't want you to change the new anything because they're so terrified that if you get involved in your new life for some strange reason, you will not have room for them. And you haven't given them any indication of that. Their ego is blown. So they try these little tactics to try to drag you back into the old life so they can keep a hold of you. I speak about this previously in other audios where I do a little storytelling, present examples. So you feel free to check them out. They're too numerous to mention which videos. So you have an idea. But I'm just going to list a couple of the things that you need to leave in your past in order to move on to a better future. And these couple of things, they sound simple enough, but they could be the most difficult things that a person can do. And I might give an example or two. The first thing that you need to leave in your past is the people associated with your demise. The people who contributed to the negative situation. Leave them alone. Only exception is if that person has changed themselves. But if they're doing the same thing, speaking the same way, acting the same way, thinking the same way, living in the same area, carrying themselves the same way, there is no reason in your new life why you should pick these people up. And I know it sounds hard because for some of you, it's your family members. And I've even counseled some people where they have told me stories about maybe they want to go somewhere and go to college and do something. Or maybe they want to go off into the military. Or maybe they want to take a career that requires for them to travel because they've been thinking about it ever since they were 6 years old. But they're terrified to go because their family members or a member in particular, because it could be the head of the family, wants to keep everybody close to them because they have abandonment issues. And in a lot of cases, it's females in that case. It's usually big mama or great grandma or whatever had issues of abandonment as a child, and they figure they're going to create this big, huge family and keep them close to them so they can feel like somebody. Dreams be damned. You got to stay close to me because we a family. And the minute you step outside this circle, you ain't family no damn more. Shit like that. And these people don't have the sense enough to understand that your ambition and your desire to live better could be a benefit to them. Maybe you'll be able to be so well off financially that you could pull them out of the constant financial struggle that they've been in for 30 years. Or maybe your new education can help them learn, help them be better people, elevate the family. But no, they don't see shit like that. Because they're not thinking in a collective mode. They're thinking selfishly. All they're thinking about is they're leaving me, they're leaving me, they're leaving me. See what type of negative energies are associated with this? If you know that person is involved with something that was very negative in your past and they were a party to it, leave them the hell alone unless they change themselves. And I mean fully changed. Don't visit them. Don't ask about them. If somebody brings them up in conversation and say they ask about them, tell that person, say, look, tell them that I'm okay, everything's fine, it's all good, and I wish them well. Make it a final statement. In other words, that's a polite way of saying, I'm fine, but fuck you, I don't want to talk to you. Okay? And the mistake that a lot of people made, and I've heard stories about this, people start from humble beginnings, and they got it in their mind, I'm going to become rich and famous doing whatever, developing a multi-million-dollar invention, creating this world-renowned business, becoming an entertainer, athlete, whatever the case may be, bringing in plenty of dollars. And they want to give back to the community and give back to the family that raised them or the people who helped them because they're still struggling. Nothing wrong with that, because that's what the Creator wants us to do. They want us to take our blessings so we could bless less fortunate than others with our blessings. That's what He wants. The Creator does not want us to take our blessings and just keep them for ourselves. It doesn't work that way. So this person has a good heart, but the thing is, the heart's too big. I've heard stories about entertainers who would turn around and go back home and they would hire people to work for them. People that they know that do not have the skills to do the job they want to do, but they're trying to give them a chance. They didn't check to see their background. They didn't check to see whether or not they can, do it. But because they're so-and-so from the block, or so-and-so from school, so-and-so in the family, cousin so-and-so as a favor, then you turn around and you bring them in. They turn the whole shit upside down. They might steal from you. They might go after your mate. They might create chaos. And then you hear story later on, you hear about how this person's filing bankruptcy after making millions and millions of dollars doing whatever it is they did. But because this one person or group of people, they decided to bring them in, they tore down the whole system. And now this person's got to suffer by filing bankruptcy. Or this person has to suffer by taking a rap for something that somebody that they brought in did on their behalf. You heard stories about this before, especially with athletes, I've noticed. In a lot of cases with athletes, especially from humble beginnings, they'll turn around and take their little money and go back home, and they'll get their friend or get that old girlfriend that they never made things right with, and there's a second chance, or they'll get that cousin or whatever, and they'll bring them into their inner circle and give them everything under the sun, and that person betrays them by either getting involved in crimes and their name is associated with it, so that ruins their reputation and their career, or they wind up stealing all their money, or they wind up just making a fool out of them in public by having affairs and everything else, but they wind up jeopardizing this person's future. You hear about it all the time. The list of names is long. And some people lose their lives from bringing these type of people, bringing back into the fold, because the truth is, between the time that you left that area or that person's life and the time that you became successful, you don't know what the hell that person's been involved in since then. See, that's the thing. You don't know what they've been involved in. You are still in love with the memory of the person that you knew before when they were struggling, but you're not paying attention to what's going on now. And you turn around and bring this person who could be potentially dangerous into your circle, and all of a sudden you could wind up dead because of some shit they got involved in. They could be involved in some drugs or something like that, and then you suffer. So you have to leave people associated with old bad situations behind. Don't ask about them, don't think about them, don't visit them. And I know this flies in the face of a lot of spiritual and religious philosophy because you feel that, oh, well, we should love everybody. Fine, you could think about them and you could think about the memories all you want. Just don't be in the company of this person. That's all. Because that one time that you take that visit to the hood or whatever, or that one time that you get together for lunch could be your last day, because somebody could be after that person because of a bad deal, or it could be after that person because they were probably involved in an altercation with a relative. They could be telling that person the same day that you have lunch, put a bullet in them, and then you catch a stray bullet. These stories happen all the time. So number one, old problems with old people, no. Okay? That's the most important thing. The second most important thing when you have a new life that's going on, make sure you have that strong spiritual connection and your third eye open at all times. Because if you have that strong spiritual connection, that means your feelings aren't in check. Emotions make a difference when you're trying to strive for better things, whether it's financially, educational, and whatnot. You've got to be stable and you got to be steadfast. You've got to have your feet planted firmly in whatever it is you're doing, because there's going to be some new people that come along to get whiff of it. They may not be on board with what you're doing, but they're certainly on the board with the potential of the benefits that you're going to get. They can see money in it. They might not understand what the hell you're doing and how you're doing it, and probably don't want to support it, but damn if they don't want to get the benefits. And if you are not strong in that regard, you can fall for their bullshit. You can either delay what you're doing, stop what you're doing, mess up what you're doing, but because you don't have the wisdom and the understanding of that, you need to pay attention. Okay? And for some of you, it's your relatives. And many times that I've counseled people that have issues with family members because they want to go places and do things and they're afraid to, I'd be like, the only thing that's going to get you out of there is you're going to have to leave town. You're going to have to leave the county, leave the state, leave the country, whatever. Get as far away from these people. And I know that goes against the grain, because in a lot of these cases, when I tell them this, the first thing they come back to me with is the responses. We're a close-knit family. You can be close with someone who's 3,000 miles away. They can know more about your business and be close to you than the person who lives next door to you. And I learned this in life. Just because somebody's around you all the time does not mean they know everything about you, because they don't live inside your head. And they certainly don't walk behind you every single step of the day. They don't. And even if they do, they're going to perceive things differently that you are exposed to than you will do. The two of you could be in the same house, see the same things, eat the same things, go to the same places every single day, but the both of you are going to think slightly different about that. So these people, I tell them to move. And unfortunately, less than half of them even listen. Some of them don't even come back. A couple even got upset with me by saying that. We're a close-knit family, and family is everything. Okay. But remember, you're sitting here talking to a stranger about issues you have with your family. But you guys just got through telling me family was everything. Well, then what the hell are you talking to me for? Get it together. So those are the two things. You got to change your mentality and you got to change your associations if you're in this new life, if you want to keep it going so you can be blessed. Once you do that, you will be blessed. And you're going to be met with some opposition. You're going to be met with that old energy to try to drag you back into lack, into nothingness and confusion, because that's where those people live. They don't know nothing else. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go and wish you peace to you. Wish you peace. I can't talk today, Spirit. Too many thoughts, huh? But anyway, thank you for your support on the channel. Have a great day.